Welcome back, guys, to the channel. As you know, we are back with our weekend series, and today we have a special video. We are doing only the currencies or instruments that have a good confirmation. So we are not doing the usual videos where we do all pairs and we see which one has a confirmation or not. So today we've picked out only the currencies that have a good setup that might confirm in the early week. So these 5 pairs are the ones that we have analyzed, and they have a good setup for the beginning of the following week. So follow till the last currency to see which one is going to catch a good move and a trend. So without wasting any time, let's start right away. So we are looking at a GBP Canadian right here. We had a good run back to the supply zone, and it's coming slow by slow, but it's right there in the supply. We're just waiting for that price to touch the zone, and we see how the markets react, but we are expecting that move to the back to the downward side, something like this, back to the zone right here, or we are expecting a move again here to come back to the demand zone right there. So that is GBP Canadian. If this is a 4-hour time frame, even if we look into the bigger time frames, we are seeing that this is a very strong supply zone, and this is a 1-day chart. So as you can see, the price has already started rejecting the zone, and we are already in the setup of a pullback to the downward side. So if you look into the smaller time frames, which is a 4-hour and 1-hour chart, you can see how price is reaching the supply and starting to reject. So if we drop down into the 1-hour chart, you can see clearly that our price is approaching that supply zone of 1.73, and we'll be waiting at the beginning of the week to see how price enters that zone and pulls back to our target areas right there in 1.712 to 1.714. So that is GBP Canadian. Let's try to see the next pair, which is USDJPY. So as you can see, the JPY pairs have been really strong in the previous weeks, straight from the half of July to till right now, which is exactly a full month. All the JPY pairs have been really strong, and we did some analysis on USDJPY right back when it was still around this zone right there, and we also did another analysis when it was right in that zone, and it really worked out properly on the analysis of that week and the other week. So as we can see right now, we saw a break of structure right there to the upward side, and now we are retesting the same zone right there. So this was the structure that was broken, and now we are retesting the same zone. What we are waiting for, if you drop down into the smaller time frames, you will see how price is coming back to that zone. And what we are waiting for, we are looking at in the intraday time frame, you will see a move that will be moving right there, and then you can see pushed back to the upward side. If you drop down again into the 1-hour chart, you can see how price is already starting to reject exactly at that key level of 145. So coming next week, we are expecting pretty good confirmations on USDJPY in that exact zone right there. So this is the zone we are talking about. It was a key level where we saw a break of structure to the upward side, and now we are retesting. So don't try to just predict where the market will go, but wait for a clear confirmation like the previous setups we had right there. We had a break of structure right here to the upward side, and then price retested into the same exact zone way back in the beginning of last week. So you had that setup. It was a very good setup, and we saw how that worked out, and we are looking at the same example, the same scenario again. We are seeing a break of this key level of 145, and price has already started retesting in the same zone. So coming the beginning of next week, we are looking at a pretty good confirmation right there. So we'll be going for the long on our USDJPY as soon as we see a confirmation beyond that point, as you can see right there. So let's look at our next currency, which will be EURJPY. Same thing, as you can see, all the JPY pairs are very strong on the bullish side, and as you can see right there, also EURJPY broke the major resistance right there, and we are looking at a confirmation that we are waiting for. Let's try to mark this major resistance that was broken, and now we are looking at price retesting the same exact zone. So we are going to be waiting for a rejection of that zone before we start entering into the continuation of EURJPY. So let's try to look into the smaller time frame. So as you can see, this is the zone and this is the retest above the zone right there. As you can see, we are already experiencing a rejection of the same zone. So let's look at how the 1 hour chart looks like. So right there, you can see this is our 1 hour chart. So this is the major zone that was broken, and we are experiencing a rejection already. So the beginning of next week is where we're going to see how this area reacts to the market structure right there on Monday, Tuesday, and we see how we'll go about these orders. But we are looking at a retest of that exact resistance that was broken. So we will be going for the longs as soon as we have that good confirmation on EURJPY. So we have a downward trend that closed the week, and we'll be waiting for just a confirmation outside of this trend, and we'll be going for the longs on EURJPY. The swing traders, this is a good opportunity to start your entries right away as soon as you get those confirmations. So let's look at our GBPJPY. We are looking at the same scenarios on all JPY pairs. So we have a USD, Euro, and GBP that have already broken their major resistance to the upward side, and we are waiting for those confirmations of continuations. But it's looking pretty good that all these three pairs have already chosen a move to go to. So we are waiting for just confirmations and entries beginning of the following week. So GBP, Euro, and USDJPY are bullish on the market structure, and we are looking at GBP Canadian about to hit the resistance, and we wait to see how the market structure, how the market will react to the structure right there. The last currency we had chosen with a good setup is going to be the DE30 index. If you look at it in the 4-hour time frame, you can see that the previous 2 weeks we have been in a downward trend. As you saw, it broke from 16,500 down to somewhere at 15,900, which was a very good number right there. So it was something like $700 short, and it went into a range for the entire week. Then we saw a break of that range, a retest of the same zone, and we are still seeing a downward trend till the 15,500 price range right there. Now we are seeing a rejection exactly at that level, so we are going to wait and see how the market reacts. These are big indexer instruments, so you don't have to go fast on them. You have to take your time and see how exactly the market is reacting to those supports. So that support is strong, but we have to wait and let the market create a good structure or a good setup for us to open some good positions on that one right there. So you have to take into account that these index funds, they normally have a good setup which comes pretty general for like 3 or 4 should be the NDX 100, the German 30 and US 30. They always have a pretty clear structure which moves around generally the same for all 3. So if you're analyzing, you try to capitalize on that opportunity also. So those were the 5 currencies right there, and it will be all that for this weekend market analysis to see the next possible moves. So thanks for watching, guys, and anyone who hasn't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so that every time we post a video you are notified. Share this video with all your friends and always keep it up here.